took it. She took it. It being my sanity. It being my trust. It being my understanding. What she did do was initiate my hunger for lust. So the initial time she caused the lust, what I really released was my innocence. She literally and figuratively captured my adolescence in her palms. She applied sensual strokes to my boyhood, all while her voice remained cunning, crafty, and calm. And she coerced me into believing that in this scenario, it's where I was supposed to be. She sounded so convincing when she stated out loud that there was nothing impure or indecent about the way that she was touching and exposing me, groping me, creating feelings of uncertainty, or feelings that I did enjoy. Stemming from the fact that I was a child in mind and body, but I was still a boy, so touches from the opposite sex felt natural. And I related acts of abuse to acts of anatomy, rough, tenacious, and vicious. And that's certainly not what this is. What is it? At the time, I was too naive to ponder that. But right now, as I stand on memory lane and I wander back, I realize now that that wasn't my excuse. See, just because it wasn't violent doesn't mean it wasn't abuse, because she abused me mentally by pleasing me physically. Each led me back to the scenario, each time a little more willingly. And each time she took it, time and time again. Got me so comfortable with her emotional thievery that I began to brag about it to my friends, like, yeah, I'm getting some. For somebody 15 years my elder. Now aware of the fact that the ignorance of my innocence is what propelled her to leave me in the storm of her world with no shelter, no one to turn to. So she is the woman that I learned through. She told me that love and sex had nothing to do with chemistry. So deep down inside, she was emotionally killing me. Told me that if a woman wasn't thrilling me or fulfilling me, then I didn't need her. And I'm not the type to look for scapegoats for my own ability. They say a childhood can affect the rest of your life. And my life is proof. And when I go back to this roots, I realize it started the first time she took it. She took it. It being my ability to differentiate between the loving touch of a virtuous woman and the deceptive touch of a demon. A manipulated creature who feeds off blood, lust, and semen. Since she took my voice. So my screams only between myself and God. And since he's all-seeing and all-knowing and letting this happen, it can't be that bad, because it was. It would be something you disregard. Right? So I allowed it. I allowed my face to be gathered down to the region that's designed only for the man she's supposed to exchange vows with. I accepted being forced to bear her bosom. Kicking open the door to Pandora's box before I had any idea who Pandora was. Opening up the floodgates to senseless and emotionless acts, drowning out the concept of me ever understanding love. So my defensive walls began to roll away. And I got a little more comfortable day by day and state by state, so she didn't have to take it. I began to give it. And right now I hate the fact that my imagination and my memory is so vivid. Because scene after scene I'm forced to relive it. And I wonder what compelled her to teach me how to touch her, taste her, inhale her, exhale her. See, I was 12 at the time, but even now, my taste buds, I still smell her. I'm convinced that the lessons she taught me as a youth were directly responsible for my adult relationships being filled. She applied the Freon, putting the freeze on my sensitivity, making me cold-hearted. Now I owe an apology to all the women who I left here and disregarded. Because I know they worked hard trying to find a connection between the two of us, but it never really sparked. And I'm trying to go back to the first one when it all started. And it all started the first time